I'd like to introduce our myFocus functionality of our onlinecourseevaluations.com product. It's our promise that this functionality will help more instructors get tenure than any other course evaluation system. It will also eliminate all of the guesswork and grunt work that needs to go into interpreting your course evaluations. Instead of pouring through 10 to 20 pages of course evaluation results each semester looking for patterns, you'll get a half-page report that tells you exactly what you need to focus on to see the biggest overall improvement in your course evaluations. Here's how it works. The first thing we do is analyze all of your evaluation questions across all of your classes. We then list the questions on a spectrum from where the greatest improvement is possible to the questions that the instructor already show mastery in. This analysis used to take a conscientious instructor several days to do, yet we'll have it done for you the second your course evaluation results are released. Much like our percentile rank report, which makes the interpretation of numbers very easy to understand, we'll put in green the areas an instructor shows mastery in compared to their peers. And an instructor who does show mastery can choose to give advice to others by answering our focused questions about how they achieved such a strong score. We'll put this information into a knowledge base for your school so that you can create some best practices from. At the top are the questions where the instructor has the most chance for improvement with the least amount of effort. We'll note if an instructor is extraordinarily low on this question by marking it in red. Our recommendation is that an instructor chooses 2 out of the first 3 questions to improve on each semester because they've got the most chance of improvement with the least amount of effort. And the great news is improvement is easy. They'll be able to click Get Advice from the other instructors and see the advice of instructors who consistently score great on that question. If your school has a resource center, we'll also show the instructor links for that. After they've got some ideas, they can select Create Action Plan. Our action plan will help them create a concrete game plan on how they're going to improve and document all their efforts. They can use this in presenting their case for tenure or for any performance review they might have. This action plan can be shown optionally to administrators and department heads. What's great is that departments can monitor the completion of action plans and even customize the action plan to their department or school's specific needs. An interesting thing about this is that we had one school whose deans would sit down with their instructors every semester to outline what their plans were for improvement. Now that they have access to myFocus, they're changing their methods to having a meeting only once a year instead of once a semester. They believe that this will save them thousands of dollars and hours upon hours of time because they were able to cut out about half the work. We even give you a score from 1 to 100 on each question that an instructor can track over time to see if they're improving. After talking to thousands of instructors at hundreds of schools, we recognize that some instructors don't think a particular survey question is either well constructed or it just doesn't apply to their class. Here's some great news for you. We've created a tool that you are going to love. It's called our Question Applicability Indicator. When an instructor logs in and sees their myFocus questions, they'll notice there are symbols next to each of the questions. If you click on the symbol, you can designate how applicable the question is to one or all of your classes. An up arrow means it's especially applicable, and a down arrow means it's not at all applicable. This is a great way for instructors to get their voices heard. These symbols will appear on every report our system shows, so that when your dean or administrator reviews your course evaluations, they will see your concerns and viewpoints about particular questions. They can even summarize these concerns across the entire school, allowing for an intelligent, structured way to redesign your school's question sets, should they want to. Of course, if you're going to redesign your question sets, I'd recommend our Ascend question set, which will allow you to compare yourselves against other schools as well as ask intelligent follow-up questions that are guaranteed to help you improve. The beauty of myFocus is that for those who need it, it creates a path toward meeting tenure requirements. In addition, it's a great way for a school to reduce the administrative overhead needed to improve your school's courses. This should leave more money for raises, or at least smaller classrooms in today's budget crisis climate. The last benefit I have to offer you about our myFocus tool is that it is going to aid you in your school's accreditation process, because it's easy to show anyone that your school has a plan in place for improving your courses and can track improvement easily. This is why I know your college and university is going to love our myFocus tool. Thank you for listening to our presentation. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to give us a call at 1-888-309-6373, and we'll be delighted to give you a demonstration.